So One D&D just dropped a new UA that has some pretty interesting stuff that nobody cares about because there is a new monk, baby. Monks are fixed. Kind of. It's complicated. Let's talk about it. So monks have struggled for a long time, and the previous monk fix One D&D put out was terrible. Nobody liked it. The new one starts off kind of sus as well. Monks still have a D8 hit dice, which is very low for a martial class. They also still have no armor options. Many people think monks should have a D10 hit dice, myself included. However, what I do like is monks can now use their dexterity modifier for shove and grapple checks. Before, monks sucked at these. Now they're really good. The damage of the monk unarmed strikes is still upgraded. It's not much, but it was desperately needed. And finally, you can now make a single unarmed strike as a bonus action at any time. You don't need to have taken the attack action first. This is niche, but technically it's an upgrade. But hold on to your geese, because level 2 goes crazy. Disciple points, aka key points, you still only get 2. Most fixes for the monk from third-party creators, my monk fixes included, start off by giving the monk a broader pool of key points. The One D&D monk did not do this. Instead, they did 2 things. Firstly, Patient Defense and Step of the Wind now let you disengage or dash as a bonus action, no disciple point required. But you also have the option of spending a disciple point to dodge with Patient Defense or disengage and double your jump distance with Step of the Wind. I like this. My monk fix did a very similar thing. It was weird that the rogues could dash, disengage, and hide from level 1 for free, and monks had to spend key points to do that. It's still going to be better 90% of the time to Flurry of Blows as your bonus action, but this is a positive. But the really cracked feature is Uncanny Metabolism. This is nutty. When you roll initiative, you regain all your expended disciple points. Wow, that is awesome, and it only gets better as you level up, but you can only do it once per long rest. But remember, you get all your discipline points back on a short rest anyway, so you can burn them all in combat without fear, and if an encounter starts before you can short rest, don't worry, you're covered. Great feature, it's what we've all been hoping for the last decade, but don't get it twisted. This feature doesn't break monks, it just makes them not awful. Some people are blinded by this, but monks need a lot more if they're gonna really be high-tier combatants. So let's see if they can keep it going, or if it all falls down. Are these restraints actually necessary? Well, that depends. Are you over your dice addiction? Dice addiction? I haven't thought about dice in years. Okay, so what do you think if I show you these? That's a Crimson Metal Hollow Red Dragon dice set. Yes, it is. I feel... fine. Cool dice, bro. I'm over it. They almost look good enough to eat. Give me those dice! I'll kill you! I'll kill your family! You cheap, dirty brat! Yeah, he ain't cured. Get your D&D Shorts custom Crimson Metal Hollow Red Dragon dice today, link below. Stunningly crafted, beautifully balanced, and readable. Plus, 20% off on all dice if you grab them now. We've got them ready to go, so if you order today, they'll ship immediately in time for the holidays. This is a limited supply dice drop, so get yours while stocks last. It is a great way to support the channel and get something beautiful to show off in your games. They are good enough to eat. Legally, I have to say that was a joke. Thanks for all the support, and grab them at dndshorts.com, link in description. So, level 3. Deflect Attack is the new name for Deflect Missiles. It now lets you reduce damage from any attack, ranged or melee, as long as it deals bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing damage. Very nice. If you reduce that damage to 0, you can also attack the target that hit you back, and this attack deals slightly more damage in the new version than the old version did. And because you effectively have more discipline points than the old monk had key, you're not going to feel bad about using this. You also get your subclass at this level, but we got to talk about those separately. Level 4 is the good old-fashioned ASI, and the Orbital Leap Slowfall is completely unchanged. But level 5 is another stunning development. Stunning Strike is back, and it's even better than it was. Kind of. Now, when an enemy succeeds on the saving throw against being stunned, they still take damage equal to a roll of your martial arts die plus your wisdom modifier. There is a downside, and that is that you can only attempt this once per turn. and that is a huge L to the Monk's power level. Monk's best feature was just burning through key points on every attack to get the stunning strike to land, because a stunned enemy is basically a dead enemy in D&D. It's just too powerful a condition. Now, the stunning strike itself is better, but the overall ability is worse. And look, I don't hate it. Monk's just burning stunning strikes was kind of boring and uninspired. This promotes a healthier game dynamic, but let's not pretend that it's not a massive weakening of the Monk's power. At level 6, your unarmed strikes can now deal force damage. Cool, you bypass some resistances and immunities, and you get your second subclass feature. Level 7, you get evasion for better dex saves, and level 8 is another ASI. Then at level 9, you can move across water and along vertical surfaces, but if you end your movement there, you will fall. Okay, levels 7 to 9, kind of boring, not gonna lie. This is the weakest part of the Monk right now. This stuff just feels kind of filler at a time where spellcasters are getting their 5th level spells. Level 10 is new though. Heightened Discipline. Now, your Flurry of Blows deals 3 unarmed strikes, not 2. That's big. That's 5 attacks a turn without any shenanigans. You also gain temporary hit points when you use a discipline point to activate your Patient Defense, which is a feature I gave monks 8 months ago. Pretty sus, wizards. Finally, when you use Step of the Wind, you can carry a large or smaller creature with you, but the creature has to be willing. This is so lame. It would be so fun if you could kidnap enemies with this feature. But you know, ask your DM, see if they'll let you snatch up an owlbear and sprint through some spike growth. Also at level 10, at the end of the turn, you can cure yourself of the charmed, frightened, or poisoned conditions by sheer willpower. Then there's a subclass feature at level 11 and nothing at level 12, just an ASI. Level 13, you can now use your deflect attacks on any attacks, not just those that deal bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage, which is fine. Kind of weak for level 13, not gonna lie. Level 14, you get proficiency in all saving throws, and you can spend a discipline point to re-roll a failed save. This was a great feature on the old monk, it's a great feature here. Level 15. When you roll initiative and you have 3 or fewer discipline points, you regain points until you have 4. This kind of feels like a dead feature to me. Like it's something that they pulled across from the old monk, but this niche is completely filled by uncanny metabolism, in my opinion. In case you can't tell, the new monk is kind of falling off in power in the late game here. Level 16, ASI, level 17, subclass feature, and level 18 is superior defense. At the start of the turn, burn 3 discipline points, bim bap bop, you resist all damage except force for 1 minute. This is good action economy, and it makes your deflect attacks even better. Because you resist all damage, the amount that you have to reduce damage by to deflect it back is a lot lower. So you're going to be hitting people back a lot more often, basically. Final feature, level 20, your dex and wisdom modifiers increase by 4 up to 26? Yeah, they basically stole the barbarian capstone feature. No harm there, it's a good feature. It caps at 26 because now at level 19, all classes can take a feat that raises an ability score up to 22 at the maximum. I don't mind this, I've seen some people hating on it, but level 19 is very late to get a feat to change up your playstyle, and by that time your stats are usually maxed anyway, so it kind of makes sense, right? To me, this feels like what the monk should have been all along. It's maybe one great core class feature away from being actually amazing. Like, for me, I would love the running on water and walls thing to be moved into Step of the Wind, and maybe open up rooms somewhere for an extra ASI. I don't know, I'm just spitballing here. Of course, the loss of repeating the stunning strike feature on every attack means the most powerful thing the monk could ever do no longer works. But the rest of the monk is stronger. It's still underpowered compared to spellcasters, and I think they really could have used a D10 hit dice. But wait, there's a subclass. The one that used to be called the Way of the Open Hand is now just called the Hand. It's similar, honestly. You get a few minor buffs to Flurry of Blows at level 3. You can heal yourself at level 6, this time without spending Disciple points to do that, which is nice. And you can now use Step of the Wind and another bonus action, like Flurry of Blows, for example, from level 11, in the same bonus action, which is great for someone who wants to run in, punch someone in the balls, and run away again. The big change is at level 17. The old Quivering Palm feature was among the most beloved features in Dungeons & Dragons. You hit a target, you spend 3 key points, and you imbue it with imperceptible vibrations. Then, at any time in the next few days, you can use an action and cause that target to explode. They make a con save, and on a fail, they straight up die. They fall directly to 0 hit points. It's power word kill. On a success, they still take 10d10 necrotic damage. Now, it's worse. You spend 4 discipline points, not 3, and on a failed save, a target takes 12d10 force damage, or half as much on a success. The upside is, you can use just one of your attacks to detonate these vibrations. It doesn't take an entire action. The downside is, it's so much less cool. The cool factor is straight up gone here. I don't know why modern WotC design is so against giving martial characters crazy abilities at high levels. The wizard can cast Wish at level 17. Let the monk murder people, damn. All in though, this is positive. This is a positive video. I like this monk. I can't see any reason to use the old monk when this one is available, but maybe keep the old open hand subclass. Remember to check out dndshorts.com to grab the spectacular Crimson Metal Hollow Red Dragon dice. They are so beautiful, but we have a very limited amount in stock. If you order quickly, they'll go right out the door, you'll get them by Christmas, and it's 20% off if you order now. Also remember to like and subscribe, check out other videos on the channel, and yeah, that's all I got. Have a good one.